ASMR. Let's go. Now just a disclaimer, I actually don't read through my comments, and for good reason. So today is very exclusive, very raw, and girl, you aren't ready, but most of all, I don't think I'm ready. And of course, before we start, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what the are you doing? No, seriously, if you're not subscribed, well then you're making me look like a fool. And also, for the girls on the Patreon, there's gonna be a lot of in this one that can't make it on YouTube. So, there's an exclusive version over there. You know the drill. Without further ado, let's get into it. So my team has gathered me some of your amazing hate comments. They didn't dig too deep because they're kind of everywhere. So I have not actually seen anything, but I'm about to. Let's go through the first one. Okay, so the first one is from Cry Me a River _ shut the up and fuck me. She said, they said, he said, who the cares said, why is Rue laughing? Literally the most unfunniest person in the cast. She was choosing. Look, you can read me for all you want, but if you're gonna come for something, come for my speech. I can't talk English. She was chosen to win from the beginning. This apparently was in response to my roast. I mean, that's fine. I don't care. I feel like we're starting off slow to just break the ice, but this one really hurt. Anyway, Cry Me a River. Do better. Boring. Next. Now this one is from Daniel _McCall _ one of the most one-note winners of all time. An amazing look queen. Thanks, Daniel. Who definitely won that finale. Thanks, Daniel. Daniel's so lovely. But that followed several episodes of being saved from the bottom after doing poorly in any challenge not centered on presenting a look. Okay. Those two were so fucking boring, so let's just amp it up a bit, okay? We have another one from a drag queen. She's verified. I like to point that out because, you know, it's iffy nowadays. People can buy them. You know, after being booked so much, they got the coin to spare. Auntie Ginger commented on my post. How disrespectful. Period. I'd love to see how you cope with nothing but a microphone. Okay. I don't, unlike you, have to be in a situation where you have to cope with a microphone. Those ships have sailed. I kind of became quite successful quite early in my career because I put in the work. So those kind of opportunities don't really come across someone like me at this point. But I understand. I have been in your shoes. I wasn't busted, but I've been in your shoes. I'd love to see how you cope. Well, I actually have coped, and not only coped, but succeeded. As I said, a 30-day tour in the UK. Baby, you've done 3 pubs. Girl, have a Guinness. This one is from Pep Clark 44, and he said, I am almost 100% certain, but none of these 3 could stand with nothing but a mic and hold a room in their palm. I believe this was in response to the podcast. Rest in peace. She'll come back. Anyway, give me what is considered old style drag anytime. There is a reason Lily Savage was never a guest judge. Pep Clark, I have some information for you. I don't need to stand in a room with a mic. I stand, I look, and that's enough. I also hosted a 30-day tour in every major city and town in the UK. We're talking arenas at points, and baby, they lived. Clock it. And I got paid more doing that than you probably ever have in your life. Okay, we have a juicy juicy one, guys. This one is from a UK drag race girl. A Rue girl. I say that in quotation marks. I literally automatically did that. That was my instinct. This one is from... Hi. How you doing, babes? Charging £2,500. Turn up at a brunch. Do one number and then act like a monster the entire time. It's insane. First of all, what it seems like poor is experiencing is jealousy. We have someone who's verified. So exciting. Somebody. So this one comes from Rahimi.wav. Do you all smell that? Smells like absolute bollocks to me. God may have blessed you with the ability to do a jump split in a 10-inch stiletto, but clearly didn't bless you with an actual personality. First of all, I actually can't do a jump split anymore. And apparently I don't have a personality. Wow. I don't know what some of these people think is a personality, but in actual fact, everyone has a personal reality, and it looks like yours is really tragic. But it's okay, because at least you have a personality. And if you mean personality by someone who's gonna make a fool of themselves 24/7, you're right, that's not me. I don't need to be doing that. Moving on. This is from another verified user, but I can tell already she bought hers. This is from Sip Me Chai. No thanks. And yet, comedy acts are booked and you're sat in a booth bitching. Clock it. Okay, you got me there. Maybe produce a tour that sells and we can talk after. Okay. So, we all know how that tour went. What? Poor me. And we can talk after. Okay. Sip me chai. I appreciate the offer, but no thanks. Also, when I go back to her, and yet comedy acts are booked, is that meant to make me feel a type of way? Like I'm missing out? Like I'm itching to be booked? That's all I ever wanted. I'm okay. And this one now comes from Andy Michael Bacon. Okay. Shame she has about much talent as a stubbed big toe. Okay. Well, if it was your stubbed big toe, then you're right. I wouldn't have any talent. But honey, my toe is very talented and it is not stubbed. It is in fact full of talent. I don't know what you see as talent, but I don't think you can see. Moving on. Okay, next one. Sorry, I need to clear my voice. Okay, this person is called To Be Gone. Yeah, to be gone, honey. That's what you should do. To quote Willem, it's easy to make talented people pretty, but it's difficult to make a pretty person talented. They're saying I'm pretty with no talent. Well, the reason I am pretty is because I have talent. Boom. Now this one is from B4848. Such a unique name. I always had suspicion the UK girls did not fuck with Krystal. You're right with that. And they're all using this opportunity to finally make it known. Well, yes. Girl, you're just out here spitting facts. Let's move on. Now this one is from Myers JW. And they said, this buckle fat thing has gotten so out of hand. Girl, you better not be talking about me. Krystal and Anya Taylor-Joy are gonna have the inside of both sides of their mouths touch. I'm like, how do I even respond? I mean, first of all, that is a procedure. Oh my god, my nail's coming off. I actually really do want buccal fat removal one day. But the thing is, I haven't. So, your comment and your read unfortunately lands flat. But I live because you think I have buccal fat removal. so thank you. This is another one that's claiming I've had plastic surgery. Scary. My team just told me that they found a whole thread on people coming for plastic surgeries that I've had done. I love that my mug is that unclockable that you think I've gone under the knife. Let's just say that. I take it as a compliment. Thank you. Someone called Future Bro said, I feel a bit uncomfortable with praising people, especially super young people with extreme plastic surgery. She's a great makeup artist and very pretty to look at. Well, thank you. And I support anyone doing what they want if it makes them happy. But jeez. You're thick. Again. Next. Okay, now this one is from another Drag Race UK girl. Oh, give it up, give it up. Her name is... Plucked up the courage, finally, to try and come for the doll. And she said, I still can't believe Kitty or Ella didn't win, lol. Oh. Is that what you got? Sweetheart, because you are, and I know you didn't mean this, I've met and also to make this bitch so much fiercer than she already is, she deleted all her tweets after saying them. It ain't looking good, girl. That's a shame. Moving on. This one is from Froggo_Bogo. Okay, well this is gonna be sickening. Genuinely never seen someone so hated by the queens. By the queens. Yet so supported by the fans. Well, I love my fans. Yet she's stunning. But that's about where it ends, it seems. Okay. I want to point out a fact here because you're not wrong. The queens that hate me, put them in a group. But the ones that like me in a group. Baby, there's queens and there's boogers. Let's clock that. Okay, this one is from Soup Haver. Hi, Soup Haver. She doesn't give other drag artists the respect they deserve either. And then someone commented underneath that, called Oxmenino. Got these names already. They should be a read themselves. This is the real reason she doesn't get a lot of attention. Okay. Her drag is sickening. But her hubris. Girl, if you call me that one more time, we're gonna have to fight. Her hubris is nauseating. Okay, what the fuck is that? It means that I've got a lot of self-confidence. Well, thank you for acknowledging that. I love a confident drag queen, but Krystal constantly thinking she's the only one with any talent in the UK and no one else's drag is worth seeing is a huge turn-off. Okay, first of all, not all drag is valid. Second of all, there are talented people in the UK. Many. If you're talking about Rue girls, drag queens to put the box small and make the niche smaller, there are not a lot. And that's just the tea. If they were all talented, then no one will be. We'll dissect the first part. This is the real reason she doesn't get a lot of attention. Okay, let's just dissect that because, I mean, look at the statistics. Don't look at the ticket sales. Not on that tour. But baby, the statistics speak for themselves. 16 million people just approached my Instagram in 30 days. Kim Kardashian commented. Khloe Kardashian reposted me. Baby, if that's not attention, you've never had a taste of it, obviously. And it's okay, because you probably never will. Actually, you will. You're getting it right now. Hi. If I don't get a lot of attention, why is it these bitches can't keep my name out their mouths? Moving on. Next comment is from Saucy Foghorn 726. Girl, hi Saucy Foghorn. On her season, Krystal came off as dense this does for me is cement that, irrespective of the quality of her drag, she's so immature. Originally, that was forgiven, given her age, but she's 20 now, and for me, at least, I still feel she acts the same. Okay, so I guess let's dissect the... I can't speak. Maybe I am immature. Maybe I am immature. I haven't learned my alphabet yet. Okay, let's dissect the she's so immature. Now I'm obviously curious into what context this is, because I won a TV show at 19 that most can't even touch in their middle age. Maybe I did it. I then was able to have a bank statement of over £1,000 in the first year of working. If that's immaturity, I'm fucking immature. Okay, now this one is from OK Work. I've never liked Krystal. I've met her before. Oh my god, we've met. She must have some tea. And she gives the exactly what you'd expect. Okay, I'm no fucking literature, but girl. I've met her before and she gives the exactly what you'd expect her to be. Bitchy vibes. Put that on a t-shirt. She is very cold. That's why I'm wearing a coat. And to be honest, you can tell she is in her own bubble. Baby, you got that bit right. I'll give you that. I put myself in a bubble so I don't have to remind myself of the reality that I'm usually surrounded by fucking ignorant fucks like yourself. So yes, the bubble is precious to me and it means a lot, and I like to be in it because the only person in my bubble is me and the people I give a fuck about. And unfortunately, you're not in that bubble. I can understand that you've met me and that you think I'm bitchy because I'm reserved. And you're right, I am more reserved. I don't have to, again, prove myself to anybody, and I reserve and protect my energy, which honestly, more people should do, because it doesn't look cute. I think this is all an important point as well, because when fans meet someone who they expect to be a certain way, they usually expect all this, a facade, a fakery. Baby, when it comes to me, again, you get what you get. If you don't like what you get, move on. The people that really know me have a lot to say, nice things, surprisingly. I always say, like, I will never be pressed if someone doesn't like me. I get it. You know, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I usually understand why people get a perception of me, and that's fine. We all have perceptions of different people. I'm just not a fake person. And that's the tea, right there, because I have no reason to be. It's not in my blood, it's not something I do. However, the people that you love to see, the people that you had an amazing experiences with. Okay, we'll leave it there. From Colt Baron, contouring with black is crazy. Girl. Okay, behind this phone that you were texting on, you were pissed. You were so pissed because you just blurted out vomit. Contouring with black is crazy. Okay, the contour I actually use is called D33.2 from Krystal, and it really does chisel me out. But honestly, if you had fucking eyes that worked, the colour of the stick is very far from the colour noir. And also, I think I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I look this way and I've been doing makeup for many years to know what the fuck I'm doing. Thank you. Okay, we have another comment. What it looks like is from that I know your career ended way before your time, but thank God it did. But now this one is from Jamie X Christopher. Hi Jamie. He said, let's not forget how Krystal on the UK season 3 tour spoke zero meet and greets and just stood in the background while the rest of the cast podcast made sure to appreciate the fans for coming and supporting. Ungrateful cow! First of all, again, I don't have to prove myself. If I'm enemy angry, I sense energy very well. Let me take that for tea. And there's probably a reason why I didn't say hello to you. Probably because you judged me before I judged you. That's fine. But also, if you didn't come up to me, you didn't express interest in me, then I don't give a fuck, okay? If you want to talk to, that's fine. I'ma sit back. You came because you paid to be there. Also, a little bit of tea. That tour was kind of borderline hell. And not because of the fans. You guys are actually amazing. And I had a lot of fun being on the mic every night. Entertaining the crowd. Krystal entertaining the crowd with the microphone. Oh my god, crazy gag. Sorry, the microphone was stuck in my throat. That tour put me through it. This was actually my third tour of the year already. Back to back. I just came from the United States after touring for 3 months straight. Whereas these girls just started. So I was kind of fucking knackered. And when I tell you, we don't all get on as classmates. We made it work, and thank you to my sister Anubis for being there because, girl, I would have killed myself. Okay, now this next one is in response to a comment previously. Her name is Angela. Angelina. Holy fucking Christ. And she said, the sheer amount of procedures she's tried to fit onto that tiny cranial structure. Thank you. My little tiny cranial structure is something a surgeon should have been sent to jail for. Lock him up. Honestly, it's so bad, it's frankly irresponsible. And they looked at the size of that canvas and thought what they had planned to do was appropriate. Go, I can't tell if you're reading me or actually kind of serving, because you really do love my tiny canvas. Okay, so another one of these fucking losers that think I've had a crazy amount of plastic surgery. Fucking so what if I did? I just love that this bitch doesn't have a profile picture and her name is probably, it could be her own. Girl, let's see what you look like. I mean, I do love how everyone thinks I've had all these surgeries and surgeons that should be locked up. Girl, that's a fantasy I haven't really stepped foot in, but I'm living for the storyline. If you want to get real, I actually haven't had any surgical procedures. I've only had my teeth done and some fillers in my face. But you know, the average Joe. So, you know, I do kind of live that you think I've had all these surgeries. Okay, now this one is from Icy Juggernaut 8712. They said, well, maybe Krystal would know more about UK drag if she actually attended DragCon with everyone this year. I get that her drag is different, but maybe don't hate on people who can do what you can't and have a personality. Shotgun to the heart. So first of all, I actually don't really recall this because I was fucking busy. But second of all, who the fuck mentioned that I want to know more about UK drag? Maybe I've seen it, I've experienced it. I am UK drag, a part of it. And girl, most of them are fucking heathers, and I don't want to know more about them. I also can't remember me hating on people that attended DragCon. So let's get our facts right, because I have enjoyed DragCon. She says, I get that her drag is different. I can see that this obviously has struck a nerve with you that I didn't attend DragCon. And it's very unfortunate that I didn't get to meet you, because I'm sure you would have said all of this to my face. This one is from Andrew Jones 9991. So proud and loud of being so ignorant, not knowing who Lisa Eldridge is, and trying to read her for not knowing how to use her product. Ain't doing you any favours, sis. Okay, and this one's gonna get juicy. This comes from a response to Nyan Bella. Does anyone have any makeup icks? She said. I've spoken about a few, but I'm feeling catty and want to bitch a bit on video maybe. Who responded to that? The winner of Drag Race, honey. Fucking. She said, and look, if you get crystallized, I'll do it. Because I know, baby, I know you need it. This one is from John Bow. And they said, how has no one mentioned the fucking Facetune filter? Instagram face, question mark. This is not her actual face. Baby, it is. Do I edit? Yeah, bitch. I love an edit. I love a bit Hollywood number 4. But I also do it because I know when you see me in real life, first of all, you're not going to be able to open your fucking mouth, let alone say these meaningless words that just came out of them, because you'll be so gagged that I look like how I do on Instagram. Okay, so apparently this is a thread of a few comments. It starts with someone saying, Krystal is my favourite UK winner. Thanks, babe. And then the person underneath responded. They're called Noah Castle. They said, yeah, she went to my college. She's not a nice person. And then I clicked on the profile because I was like, who is this? It says follow back. Okay, Noah. I want to just say thanks for the follow. I also just want to dissect this comment, Noah, because I'm curious if you're going to put out statements. It says in your bio that you're 22, which means if we do the maths, you weren't actually in college the same time I was in college. So there's that. Okay, moving on. This is a comment from Rat Trap the Clown. We're gonna be best friends. So they said, the thing is, she's fully aware of what she's doing, and she's fully aware it makes people uncomfortable. Her knowing this and then not stopping makes me dislike her, no shade. Oh my god, but me. Well, thanks for not liking me, because I don't think, well, I have a pretty good feeling that we wouldn't have got on if we met. Do I give a fuck? No. The only time I will ever give a fuck is if I generally think I'm doing something wrong, which I have lived and learned from. I don't live my life through other people. I live my life for me and the people I give a fuck about. Unfortunately, this person seems like the opposite. Me doing what I think and what I want is making her uncomfortable. Well, baby, I will give you one piece of advice. I would recommend you start getting comfortable very soon, because it's about to get crazier from here. Okay, this one is one of my favourites. This comes from Willow, in brackets, single era. Explains it. And they said, and you don't even have to take a full scroll down from the post to find her using a real shade for a photo shoot. Because when she needs to do something high profile, editorial, refined, suddenly she's white again. Because she associates dark skin with being cool, not with class. I don't want to break it to you, Willow, but I think we're pointing the racial finger at the wrong person. That's just too much. We're moving on, guys. Girl, I feel humbled. I feel like a different person. I feel nicer. No. So much hate. I'm such a little queen. Girl, do I feel humbled? No. But however, I could be, because I feel like we can get a part 2 out of this. There are so many to choose from, and I imagine there's gonna be plenty more. Because these fucking ugly bitches can't get their foot up my neck. Ow! So girl, buckle in. Sound off down below if you want to see a part 2, because I kind of live whispering, geeking, reading stuff about myself. Of course, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you like this style of video, give it a like so I can tell that you like it and I can offer more. Also, because we're reading hate comments in ASMR, many of these can't make it on YouTube, unfortunately. It's over on the Patreon. So, go over there if you want to see the extended version of this video. And girl, I know some of you bitches from Drag Race UK are going to be there. See you there. Lastly, I want to say a little disclaimer. If you hate me, thank you. It actually helps me out more than you think. Second of all, if you really, really hate me, my advice to you is to try some way of dealing with it going to therapy, doing something like that, getting a little more comfortable with it, because I can assure you, nothing's gonna change. See you soon.